Hello, in this video I am going to demonstrate how to set up the Raspberry Pi Pico SDK toolchain for Windows operating system. Right now I am using Windows 10, so I'll be giving the instruction on installing the toolchain for Windows 10 operating system. So Raspberry Pi Pico is a RP0240 microcontroller family, and it is developed by Raspberry Pi Foundation. And to get started with this, what you need to do is you need to go to simply open the Google browser and just search getting started uh, with our Raspberry Pi Pico. So getting started with the Raspberry Pi Pico. So once you type this, just hit the enter key. The first two websites are actually from the official websites. In that, I need to download the getting started with Raspberry Pi Pico PDF. Once you download that, click on that, the PDF will open, which is already opened here. So now in this document, we need to actually go to the content. So in the content, you can find all the details of this. I mean, how to start with Raspberry Pi Pico development on Linux, the Ubuntu, as well as the Windows operating system. On here, you can see the building on MS Windows. So you're supposed to click on this topic, building on MS Windows. This will actually demonstrate how to set up the tool. So once you go there, they will actually tell you what are the tools required for installing. So you need the 6 major tools. Here 5 is listed, one more will be listed later. So these are the 5 essential tools that are required. One is ARM GNU Toolchain, which is actually for compiling the code for RP0240 microcontroller series, and you need a CMake, and you need build tool for Visual Studio, and Python 3.10 and Git. So these are the 5 essential tools required. So just click on this link here. The link is already provided on the PDF, so it will open up the so we can just go back and do that again. So I'm going to open it the new link tab. So just go to ARM GNU Toolchain, and you need to actually download the latest one, which is here. So is it actually download this particular toolchain, which is written as arm-none-eabi.exe. This you can download. Click here to download and go back and just click on the CMake, and this will actually take you to CMake, and simply you need to go here. For the Windows operating system, CMake is here, so you can actually download the installer here, CMake. This version you can install. Click on this and download it. And for the build tool for the Visual Studio, go back here and you can download the one which is required for your operating system. You can just look at this. Yeah, so build tool for Visual Studio. Okay, you can download this. So it's given here, build tool for Visual Studio 2022. You can download this here. Click on this and download. And coming back to this Python, again open up here, the link will open. Go to this, you can actually find the latest release, that is this. Okay, this was the Python latest release, so I can click here and download it. Okay, similarly you can download the Git tool. Click here and open the link here. This is the Git tool, and you can just click here to download for the Windows. Click and download it. So as I already downloaded in the folder here, so now I'm going to tell you how you can proceed with the installation of these. So what we do is, the additional tools required, as I mentioned, are GNU Toolchain, CMake, build tool for the Visual Studio, Python 3.10, Git, and finally a Visual Studio Code. You can actually Google this Visual Studio Code. It will take you to the official's website. As I can just tell you here, just go here to the Google and Visual Studio Code download. Just click on this. The first website will be listed here, Visual Studio Code, and you can download this Windows, and right now I'm using, so download this Visual Studio. So now all these setups are already downloaded. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to build this, install it. So as you can see here, the ARM GNU Toolchain installation. So you need to click. So I have it in one of the folder here, which is ARM GNU Toolchain. Click on this. It will take you to the installation menu. It will perform the installation as suggested. And here one thing is supposed to make sure once after the installation of arm-gnu tool, click on add path to environment variable. This is supposed to click and finish it. That completes the installation of arm toolchain. Next one is installing the CMake. Click on CMake 3.224 to Windows x86-64. This will take you to the there is one thing that you're supposed to do, that is add CMake to the system path for all user. Click on that and just continue further. The installation will go, and then we will go to Visual Studio Build Tools. Click on that, Visual Studio Build Tools. Then there you need to click on development, desktop development with C++, and all these supposed to be ticked. So once you do this, go with the installation. This will take some 6.84 GB for the installation. This might take some time. So this may have to wait for another some time required depending on the speed that you have it in the internet. So then you to install the Python 3.10.7. Right now I am having, so more than, supposed to be more than 3.10 version. So installing Python. So just click, and one thing is supposed to, you need to actually tick on these install launcher for all user, add Python 3.10 to the path that is required. You can simply click on install now. And once it is successful, you need to disable the path limit. You're supposed to click on this and disable the path limit. Then that completes the installation of the Python. Then we're supposed to install Git installation. So click on the Git installation application, and you need to click on this use notepad as Git as a default editor and say next. This will complete the Git installation. After installing all these tools, the last tool that is required is a Visual Studio Code. This tool is required for editing the code as well as building and debugging. Run the setup, which is already installed from the official website, and this installation may take some time according to your system configuration. After installing the necessary software for compiling the Raspberry Pi Pico, we need to install getting the SDKs and examples. For that, we need to enter some of the git commands and DOS commands. So for that, I need a command prompt. So what you're supposed to do is you need to open a command prompt in your Windows, and I've already opened here, and give certain commands. So now I am actually directory in the D drive. So I'm going to give I'm going to create a folder here. So mkdir, and I'm going to use a folder Pico. So the folder is getting created, and enter into the folder Pico. And now you can see the directory is empty here. Nothing is there in this directory. So now I'm going to give a command. So what is mentioned over here? So go to the SDK examples in the file, getting started, and you can see there is a command. Git command is here. Just right click and copy this command. Go back to the command prompt and just right click. It will be copied, and just hit the enter key. Now for this you need to have the internet connection. This will take all the repositories from the GitHub Raspberry Pi Pico SDK. Once it is done, there is a folder created. So Pico SDK, just hit the enter key, enter into the folder. Now go back to the SDK examples here, and you can see here the third command is over. Now I'm going to enter this command, init command, copy this command and paste it over, paste it in the command prompt. So this will again Okay, SDK. Okay, SDK. There is a space given here. Make sure that no space here. And make sure that you have entered the right command. Yes. Okay, it is Pico SDK. I think SDK is not there, so git. Okay. So only git command. Yeah, this is the command. Hit the enter key. Yes. So this will again clone. So all the libraries and all the files will appear on your disk. This may take time depending on the speed of the internet. So once it is done, as you can see, this is done. Just come out of the folder, see double dot, and you can actually enter the command again to. Now you need to use the git command for the clone. So copy this git command so that this will take all the examples. Copy this command, go to the command prompt again and paste this command. So before that, let me clear the screen, just paste it. So this will get all the examples. So this will take again the time as per your internet speed. Yeah, we are done with this. So now if you go to the command prompt and just check use dir command, you can see that Pico examples are there. Just go to the cd Pico examples and you can see dir. If you do, you can see all the files are there which is related. It could be GPIOs, it could be Blink LED, ADC. All these programs are available. So now in the next video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can actually compile this program on Visual Studio, also flash it onto the Raspberry Pi Pico. Thank you.